Why is it that I find myself, after 3 months of no football, paying £120 a month for a Sky Sports package when you're playing Fred and Matic in midfield, with Pogba on the bench? Huh?
This is for the ones who care.
Life is full of characters, right? And some take less shit than others. Clearly, Roy Keane demonstrating that he is one of those at half-time. And you come to this channel, you can expect the hard-hitting home truths. Yeah? There's no pussyfooting around here. There will be no treading on the eggshells. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 1, a result that isn't bad for either side, but isn't particularly good for either. But what we need to discuss today is not how Jose Mourinho and Tottenham have lost 6 of their last 7 games in all competitions. Soak it up, breathe it in. We know that. Neither is it how, despite a beautiful solo effort from the new Dutch signing Bergwijn, Tottenham bottled it in a truly Spursy fashion, which only they can do. That much we are used to. No, what we're here to discuss today is Manchester United's manager, Manchester United's lineup, and some of the players who play for what is arguably the biggest club in the country, but in my opinion, don't deserve to. Yes, I'm sorry to say that. I know it might sound a bit harsh, and yes, his first game back, maybe I shouldn't be expecting anything at all, but I reserve the right, as a fan, to demand the best from this sport. So, given all the stats that you can analyse, all the money that you can invest in players, why is it that I find myself, after 3 months of no football, paying £120 a month for a Sky Sports package when you're playing Fred and Matic in midfield, with Pogba on the bench? Huh? World Cup winning True Ballers FC Squadron's very own Paul Pogba. Stick it on a halfpenny from 60 yards, Paul. Changed the game completely when he came into the building, Pogba. And very impressive, with some beautifully weighted passes, vision, attacking intent, creativity, balance, aggression, and a willingness to take risks. Because, my friends, my young sons, there is no greater risk in life than taking no risks. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I really don't know if you are the one. I know people want you to be the one, and it's sort of a catch-22, isn't it? You've been put in this predicament, much like Arsenal fans with Arteta and Ljungberg and all these other. You've got to back him. You've got no choice. Even though it appears to be slightly delusional thinking that this is going to lead to any kind of progression. United have become incredibly reliant on penalties, and were it not for VAR, could have walked away with all 3 points tonight. Just 2 penalties away from breaking the record for the most penalties in a single Premier League season. And they really don't miss. Bruno Fernandes burying his bottom, what is that? It's his bottom left, Hugo's bottom right. Bottom corner, Mourinho fuming and sent home sulking. Beautiful scenes of glorious emotion. Chelsea and all the other teams around these two, the winners tonight, both of them dropping 2 points and missing out on the opportunity to take any kind of advantage, because when they scored, both sides shriveled up like a cold testicle. Something that has become the very signature of Jose Mourinho these days. Bruno he's fantastic, isn't he? He's quite good. He is quite good. It's exciting to have a player like that in the Premier League, and it must be exciting to have him wearing your shirt. But he looked a little leggy at the end, and you just got to know when to take players off, and that's again down to managerial decisions, which I'm not sure that Ole is capable of making. It's a new league, different pace of life. And I know he's been good, but it will still take time to get the very best out of him. And surely the best is going to come when it is combined with Pogba. Time will tell. And it is time that Manchester United have given a certain Anthony Martial. Has it worked? Well, he's yet to score more than 11 goals in a single Premier League season, and he's been here for 5 years. So I am really now of the opinion that Greenwood, with his incredible talent, it is quite clear to see that he is waltzing onto the pitch and bossing grown men who've been playing the game longer than he's been alive. That's where I'd put my attention. I would be starting Pogba with Greenwood. And there's more. There's a couple more home truths, hard-hitting home truths that you're going to need to hear as well before this team's fixed. We're going to fix them. We're going to fix them tonight. I would actually play Igalo ahead of Anthony Martial. I'm sorry to say that. He's just not the player that I thought he was. He's certainly not the new Henry that people were talking about. I think he's more like the new Louis Crémy. Maybe there was something lost in translation there. Anyhow, a point apiece and a very clever penalty won by Paul Pogba, wasn't it? Who I am extremely happy to see back because he is. But let's be honest, if that was Mahrez or a Salah, that's a dive, isn't it, really? He's won the penalty. Very clever and all that. Yeah, it's a dive. We call that a dive. Here's the punchline. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not taking your club forward. It's a sideways thing. And as it stands, he owes his job to Bruno Fernandes and referees, penalties. So if you want to see progress, you lock Pogba in. You have him start with Greenwood. You switch left backs as well because the young guy he's better than the pork pie. De Gea, unfortunately, he can no longer be considered an elite goalkeeper. I think we can safely have said that for quite some time now, but tonight again reconfirming that it's about time you brought Henderson back from Sheffield United. At the earliest available opportunity, that is what I've been doing. While you're at it, swap Lindelof for Bay because if you are going to play Maguire, you can't be sacrificing that amount of lack of pace with another slow defender. Anyway, it's not all doom and gloom. I want to give you some positives in terms of style of play. When United aren't sitting back, when Pogba, Greenwood, Bruno, Fresh, Bay and Not Shaw are all on the pitch, they are going to be very dangerous going forward and they will break a lot of teams down. As for Spurs, Jose is not the one. Let me know when you worked it out. I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Make sure you subscribe if you're new and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. But for now, my name is Hughwizzy and this has been a lot of fun. Peace.